A federal appeals court ruled the Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology's admissions plan is constitutional and not discriminatory. The court says the plan is fair and gives qualified applicants a chance to join the school. The court also ruling the plan aligns with the 14th Amendment's guarantee of equal protection of the laws. Now, the decision reversed a district judge's decision that declared parts of the admissions plan invalid. And let's bring in Asra Nomani, a parent of a student who used to be at the school, who's part of the group that has filed the lawsuit. Asra, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Katie.
What's your personal connection to this case?
So in the summer of 2020, my son was a rising senior, and that was when the school board put a hit on the school. They wanted to destroy merit as admissions.
And why go through this whole lawsuit? What's the thrust of your argument here? What's the bottom line?
So my son has graduated, and I'm doing this because we need to fight for equal opportunity in the United States of America. I'm an immigrant from India. So many of the parents that arrived with their children now at TJ are immigrants. And we came here because of that 14th Amendment. Equal protection under the law.
All right, you got a win in the district court, but this week you got a loss at the federal appeals court. What do you make of the judge's decision who says, look, the Supreme Court has said, first of all, that you can consider race as a part of admissions. This is a race-neutral policy. It's not discriminatory, and it doesn't violate the 14th Amendment.
I'm smiling because we had to lose to ultimately win. We're going to take this case to the U.S. Supreme Court, and I am 100% confident that the U.S. Supreme Court will hear our case. And Katie, this is the decision. Every red flag here are the red flags that I know the U.S. Supreme Court are going to use to dismantle this really weak, shoddy decision. This was a political decision, and it is so flawed and actually insulting, because what the judges have done in this case, 2 judges versus 1, is erased our actual reality of disparate impact on the admission of Asian American students.
Explain what that means to people, disparate impact on Asian American students.
Yeah.
Explain how you are arguing that this affects Asian American students in Fairfax County.
Yeah, summer of 2020.
Throughout the country.
Yeah, and it really is a national issue now. Summer of 2020, I didn't even know what these 2 words meant.
Right.
But now a
lot of folks don't.
Yeah, I say it. And what it means is that you have a policy and you notice, you find out whether it has a disproportionate impact on a person of a certain racial identity. And so what happened in the TJ case is that we had about 70% admission of Asian students in every admissions class over the recent years. The first year that they removed the merit test, that number dropped to 50%. And so that was the only racial group that dropped. Every other racial group, including whites, blacks, and Hispanics, increased. And so that's disparate impact. And what's ironic about it is that progressives today say that that's what we need to eliminate, and that that's what we call systemic injustice. And this is systemic injustice, and it's sweeping the country right now because people think that Asians are the wrong kind of minority.
So the bottom line, the argument is that this policy discriminates against Asian American applicants, and that the school, even though the school says it's race neutral, that in its application it has that discriminatory intent. Now, the Fourth Circuit disagreed. You guys promised to take the case up to the Supreme Court. We should note there is a major affirmative action case pending before the Supreme Court right now. Well, they will decide whether race can be considered as a part of admission. This could be the next case that they take, where the question teed up really is whether a race neutral policy can be used that has potentially this kind of impact. This could be the case to take it. There are already major players involved in this one, including the former Solicitor General who argued in this case. Something to keep an eye on right here in our backyard. Asra, thank you for joining us.
This is our philosophy, save merit, and this is the philosophy for the country, and that's why we're fighting.
Thank you for joining us. I should also say we reached out to Fairfax County Schools. They declined to comment or to follow up. Now, coming up, we still have much more to go on in the courts. We'll be right back. Don't go away.